Welcome. I got 2 pork loins here. I already pounded them out a bit. We're going to butterfly them. I'm going to put some stuffing in that. It's a mini version of usually what I do. I usually do a bigger one, but this is the size pork loin I can get. So let us begin. We got a knife and we'll go from there. So I'm going to make a slight incision. Not all the way to the bottom. I'd say almost a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch deep. This is going to be how we're going to put our stuffing, all that kind of good stuff in there. Again, because I already pounded these a bit, this is probably a little bit redundant. There we go. Too far. There we go. Perfect. Let's see. It's the same direction. Piece of that. Go right back in. I may have gone a little too deep. We'll just have to be gentle there when we stuff it. Perfect. So honestly, these are prepared as much as we need them to be. I have them fat side down as well, right? As you can see, fat side down. Perfect. Easy. These ones are, I want to say these are about a 1/2 pound a piece. So when you're cooking it, and I'll talk about this again, or when I put the recipe up, when you're cooking it, you're going to sear it at 400 degrees, but it's about 20 to 25 minutes per pound at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So again, once we do our stuffing here in a second, the stuffing is very basic. With the stuffing, that we're looking at probably maybe 3 pounds, give or take. So honestly, this one shouldn't be that long. This should be probably about an hour, hour and a half. I would sear it for about 15 minutes or so at 400, bring that right down, and then cook it for an additional hour or so that way. So again, we'll see this all go down. Get the mince there. So again, I got some ground pork that we can all see. I'm going to add very simple stuff here. I don't always use the crushed onions, but we're going to crispy onions. You can make them yourself, but why? Add that in there to the stuffing. Again, I got a whole bunch of great condiments here. Pieces. We're going to put a little bit of paprika in there. Ooh, that's more than I wanted, but we will live. A little bit of ground garlic. A little bit more. You can use real garlic, not a big deal. A little bit of the pepper. Good old salt. Just a pinch, Extra pinchy. I put a little bit of onion powder in here, just a smidge. Because sometimes, depending where you're getting your onion powder from, if it's not fully, like, let's say, organic or source, it probably does have some salt and whatnot. So that'll offset some of your seasoning. Some cardamom, just a smidge, a smidgen in there. And the big ingredient when you're doing pork is your cloves. So we're going to use both some real cloves here, and then we're also going to do some ground cloves right into the mix here. Hopefully that will things up. Again, it can be really overpowering, so just a smidge of that, because once we put the whole cloves, and I'll show you what we're going to do once we get everything dressed up, we're going to put those right on top. So, simple enough here. I'm going to put a splash of milk in there. You can put an egg. It's not a very big deal, just a little bit of a binder. Make sure everything does what it needs to do that way. So come on back. Just a solution. And no reason why you can't use your hands. I usually make this a little bit bigger. Again, like I said, normally actually I get the when I used to go, I get the Costco size ones. So they're massive in comparison. So you may have seen some of my pictures previously. some of the ones I've done. This will be a mini version, I apologize. But nonetheless tasty. So you're just going to work this. This is again going to be part of our stuffing in the middle. There'll be a bit of this, this is again ground pork. I apologize if I didn't say that. Some ground pork. And that'll be what goes in the middle. Then we got some apricots we're going to put in there. Apricots. We got some prunes. Old people stuff. This is mostly for color. It doesn't add a lot of flavor to the dish, but it makes it look good. So we're going to take that, and I'm debating what side I want to do this. Actually, know what we're going to do before I do that. I'm going to wash my mittens. I got Bear in the way here. Okay, back on camera. We're going to put a layer of the apricots down here. Apricots. They're so good. I'm going to eat one ever. Again, this is a small one, so it doesn't really need too much of anything. We'll get our stuffing in there. Oh, look at that. And I say pack it down really well. Okay. Get this out of the way. Wash my mittens. Again, always a good idea to be washing your hands. Frequently, any food, anything you touch. Right? You're going to be feeding your family, friends, co-workers, even your enemy. You don't want to give them salmonella or something, right? Okay. Now, you get a handful of prunes. I'll put these right on top. There's no rhyme or reason, just gonna write them in there. Probably a little more. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna flip this. Actually, let me get some more in here. Put the lid on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the next fun part. Wash my hands again. So now what we're going to do, we're going to wrap this up. I got some twine here. Twine. Wheat twine. We're going to cut a bunch of little pieces just to go around the middle. It's okay if you make it too long. If you have, depending on your supply of twine, I don't want to say do a little bit longer than you have enough twine. Because sometimes you get those packs from the grocery store that's it's on a piece of cardboard, and I think it's only a couple meters. It's not really that much. It's not really bigger rolls. We shall see how this all goes. So then, you bring them underneath. I put them in different positions. About, I would say, almost spacing these ones about 2 to 3 inches. And again, you might need more depending on the size of your roast. I might do more. just tie the knots. Make sure it's secure. Make sure none of your stuff's going to come out. Because we're going to bake with these. We'll cut them off. That's how not difficult it will be. Just like that, we tie the knot. Poor flying roast. Love it. Look at this. Look at this. See, I haven't done a video for a while, and I said wow, like what, 4 days. And I was feeling a little bit down, to be very honest. So I got everything prepped for this. I wasn't sure, blah blah blah, and I did it, and I feel like $1,000,000. Right now I'm only talking to me in a recording, but I feel like I'm talking to 41 YouTube subscribers right now. But again, thank you. That's also, again, a thank you to everybody for helping me out, sharing my stuff, subscribing. That's honestly by itself a huge thing. We're going to put one more. I just want to make sure it's a little tip here, the tenderloin tips. Oh, those are nice, crispy, delicious. So sometimes what I also do, depending on the size, I normally don't go this aggressive, but she kindly. Perfect. So now, simple enough. Just cut your tails. Cut the excess. Looky at that. This is a fun one to do, like for Sunday dinner, holiday dinner. It's, as you're seeing, it's not a lot of work. It's just a little bit of prep, and once it's cooked, it turns out prettier. So now, again, coming back to the size of roast. So again, like I said, this one weighing in around that, I want to say about 2.5, 3 pounds. This is going to feed 4 people for a meal, so myself and my girlfriend and have some leftovers. My recommendation again is to be getting the larger loin roasts, the ones that would almost, each individual loin would be the whole size of this. So 2 larger ones, larger butterfly that cut. Again, I had to pound these out a bit just to kind of give more room to make a good example. But the larger ones, so again, those are probably about 2 pounds a piece, so about 4 to 5 pound roast, depending how much ground you put in there. Again, I only put about a quarter pound of ground pork in there. I had more. I was hoping it was going to be a bit bigger, but this is where we're at. So, next piece. Again, got my ground clothes. What we're going to do here, we're going to make a couple of incisions. I'm using the scissors. You can use a knife. Actually, you know what? I'll use the knife again so you guys can see. Yeah, no, we'll just use the forks. Scissors, I mean. Little incision. And you put in the clove. Little incision. You put in the clove. And you're going to go, Mike, how many cloves? It all depends what you want as flavor. Clove is really a good bedfellow with pork, in my opinion. So I like a little bit more. But again, you got to remember, it's not for everybody. And again, the juices that you're going to be using once you cook this, and they'll be later on piece. I'm prepping this for probably going to cook this tomorrow actually, formally. Not tonight, but you're going to want to use the pan juices once this is cooked for a nice, beautiful gravy with it, right? So again, the more clove you put in, that will definitely come through. You know what? I picked out perfect number, so we'll just do that. So what I got in there? I got 10 in there. 10 cloves. You had to buy a whole bag. A bag's probably got like, what, 50 cents. Oh. Sorry, just dropped scissors near my dog. He's okay. I had a mild heart attack. So there you go. Like I said, that many cloves in the package, you're going to do as many as you want. Right? Many is more or less. So again, just to show you what we've done, camera above. Do. My friends on the screen. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that beautiful thing. What am I going to do now? I'm going to prepare the pan. I'm going to put, this is where it's going to go into the fridge. So I'm going to take it right from this sheet to that. That can go in the sink. I'll pull this back. What else am I going to do? I'm going to throw just a little bit more salt on it, just on the outside. Season it up. And again, because it's going to be staying in the fridge overnight, this will be good. This will soak right in. I'll probably put a little more pepper in there as well, just to be. You don't need to season these very heavily. You did with the ground in the middle. Mother Nature, you know, again with the juices after we sear it. So again, that 400 for about 15-20 minutes. Turn it down to 350, and again, about 20 to 25 minutes per pound, depending on your size roast. So again, that larger size roast should be that 2 to 3 hour mark. If you're in that 7 to 9 pound, if you got like the Costco size loins, versus again, these are from Wally World. And I'll be very honest, most of the ingredients I use, that's where they're from. So again, there's nothing super fancy. This is all about just, again, a little bit of little prep, a little bit of technique, but not too much that way. Again, I'm doing it so anybody can do it. Thank you, everybody. This is part 1, and again, we'll see the finished product tomorrow. Once I roast it up, we'll make a full meal with this. So you guys take care. What's for dinner, Baldman?